The juices. You know what? Woo! Right now. Woo! Woo!
Dr. Hughes invites followers. Oh, let's see if they increase now. Me too. Yeah, wow. Dr. Hughes.
Mock-ass mock.
He's a great podcaster.
Trick-ass mock.
Acknowledge me. We coming for you, nigga. Fat!
Yeah, Dr. Hughes, here we go. Keep plugging yourself, that's cool.
First up, a man whose looks will serve your inner needs and desires.
Dr. Hughes.
Oh, yeah. Again, Tuesday night Jess, everybody. Don't forget. That's how we do it. Every Tuesday, 7 p.m., we're live here. Shout out to Sasha Rains. Shout out to all the people that will be coming through. Yep. Like the video, subscribe. It helps with the algorithms and things. We're blowing up out there, everybody. I told everybody. Remember, it was just a couple months ago. I was complaining. I'm like, 200 subscribers. I'm like, that shit. It's awful. Like, what is going on with you people? What's wrong with everybody out here? But apparently, it's just they didn't know. There were people from, God, like several years ago that were like, oh my God, you're back. I didn't even know. I'm like, I've been doing it for a year. Yeah, we are back. So 2026, Jess, we're going to kill it. I'm telling you, we're going to get so over with everybody. More over than Gunther.
Oh.
Yep. Hard to do these days. So everybody go follow Jess. Go tell them where to find you, Jess. I mean, you're a superstar around here now.
Yeah. I'm on X, Twitter, at I'm Jess _saying.
Yep. Everybody loves Jess. She's always right. Never wrong about any takes. Expert, journalist, analyst, just like Dr. Huge. Yep. Just like many that come through in the chat and everything. So definitely hit those buttons. Do it for her. Don't do it for me. Okay? Because nobody does it for me, Jess. You just love that, Jess. All right.
Can't help it.
I'm putting on the John Cena face for everybody when they put Jess over and they're like, yeah, Doctor, you're okay. And that's me. I'm like, yep, I'm okay. I'm doing all right. But first, the first thing first, I mean, all that booing, Triple H, people are starting to come around to Dr. Huge and what he's been saying, that Triple H kind of stinks as head of creative this year. I'll give him this. The overall package of Raw, SmackDown, the pay-per-views, as far as wrestling, the way it's put together, the show actually production-wise, I believe has been ratcheted up. It's much better than when towards Vince's ending. But as far as surprises, as far as like keeping people on their toes, so to speak, with this wrestling business, he's missed the mark on everything, because we know what's going to happen, right? We knew that Gunther was going to win the tournament before the tournament started. Then he wins it, and we're all like, well, that's what they do, right? We do what we do. So the bad guy or whoever is going to beat up and pin, submit the good guy, even if they are good, and send them on their way, because that's what we do. He literally said that in one of his, during the press conference when speaking about, I understand people don't get it and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we just don't get it. Dr. Huge didn't get it. I don't get it. We talked about this on Saturday, Jess. I think you were okay with it. Were you?
Yeah.
Losing and being a job.
I knew it was going to happen, so.
Right. But again, why not do like maybe what I believe Vince McMahon would have done and put Cena over towards the end?
Because I don't think that's what Cena wanted. Like, he kept bringing up that, like, everyone's going to forget about him. Like, he didn't even really want to, like, he didn't give a speech, right? Like, he didn't really want that level of attention. And I think he really wanted to focus on the future. That's why he had NXT. superstars involved, right? So I think a lot of this was Cena's call, and he just didn't. What's the point? His time is over.
How can it? This is not the face and the way you act when you're getting tapped out in your last match. It was almost like as if he's like, "Yep, we're doing it." You know, I'm jobbing out, kid, and that's it. And I'm watching this, you know, online, and I'm like, "Wait, what?" So you're just, yep, tap, tap, tap. No fighting, no struggling, no story built, nothing.
I mean, he did though. Like, so he did Super Cena, it didn't work. Gunther just kept putting him in the hold. So he was like, all right, I gave it my all. It's time to give up, right? Like, he let go. He didn't give up.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no. I got to get rid of my hat now, I guess.
Like 50, you know?
It's a lie. It's all been a lie, John Cena. I mean, if you're going to give up after not saying you're going to give up.
He didn't give up. He let go.
Oh, right. We're playing word games now.
It's
got it.
Deep.
Mm-hmm. This is what happened. He got buried. How about that? Where's Triple H? Triple H, show yourself. Yep. The John Cena golden shovel, everybody. If you've been around wrestling for a little bit, you know about the golden shovel. Yep. Live by the shovel, die by the shovel, John Cena. Buried for life. Is that supposed to be Triple H here?
Yeah.
I couldn't tell because, you know, I need the hair or the baldness.
Yeah. The hat's kind of... I didn't want to get rid of the hat because I was like,
right,
well, you know, it's important. Yeah.
Yep.
Capping.
Like capping, stabbing. That's the only captain I've ever heard of, guys. Yep. Right, Seth Rollins, he gets it. Good old Captain Stabbing in the 2000s. Yeah, one of the GOATs. Yeah. Who else is here? So Sasha Rain says, Jess, and you are way over there. Oh, wait, way over than Gunther now? Yep. I mean, it's not hard to do. He's pretty much under, technically speaking. We're going to go by the wrestling slang, you know, the letter of the law of wrestling slang. Then, yes, she's way more over than Gunther. The people love Jess, hate Gunther. He's the worst person in the world. Heel Easy in the building. They booed the hell out of Triple H on set. That was some great clips. I wish I could play them. I wish I could. Last time I tried to play some WWE post things and things like I thought I could post since it's all over, like 1 million views online, right? And I'm like, I played on a live and they're like, oh, we shut your live down. I'm like, okay, got it. So, yep. The Boo Birds were out. Cena let go of his career. It was cathartic. That's why he smiled. You're even using the WWE terminology there, Ian. Wow. Cathartic. Corey Graves says that all the time. And shout out to Coach in the building, of course. Yep. Coach, did you see that rigged Patriots Bills game this weekend? That was great, right? Team goes up 21-0 at the half. They come out at the half and immediately Bills score 5 times in a row. Holding call on the Patriots pretty much every single drive. On defense, special teams, and offense. Good job, NFL. You kept it real close for the end. You were just waiting for somebody to fuck up, right? Got it. You know what, Jess? I'm pretty much done with pro sports, I think. I was hanging on to the Patriots. That was the last one. I see what's going on. And I'm telling you, I'm no genius. It's just slowly but surely the past 10 years, it's really starting to sink in that everything is phony. Like everything. And that's why it blows my mind that when you have something like pro wrestling, we got to stick to tradition, Triple H. Do we? But like, look at the reception that Gunther got. He wouldn't have gotten that if he lost. Like, I thought he was the most interesting he's ever been last night. No, I get it. I get why they did all this stuff and everything. But could you just, it's just doing something that we know is not going to happen. Right. So we all think that there's no way Cena can win tomorrow night.
Did you see everyone's reactions? They were like silent for 5 minutes. They were all expecting him to win. Like, so I don't know. I don't know if that was the expected outcome.
God. For
The
me,
smart people, yeah.
yeah. It's just, what's the point of being a fan of any of this stuff when it's really just for casuals and to gain more newer people? Like, it's one thing if you have a podcast and you're doing that. You're essentially doing the same shit over and over. They could innovate. They could do something better with all the millions and billions they're bringing in for, selling out all the 2-night manias and things. Like, let's turn this fucker up, folks. But no, you're just like right now, Brock Lesnar, Braun Breaker. They've been talking about this literally for months. Once that happens, it doesn't mean as much anymore because.
But whose fault is that? Is that the dirt sheets for constantly spoiling everything, or
WWE's fault? TKO's fault. How can you mean to tell me creatively you can't keep some ideas to yourself? They're always being leaked. Someone
clearly, I think they've been trying to get rid of some of the leakers, but also some of it's just like, Meltzer taking his best guess and then it turns out to be right, so it's just like that exists and you can't stop it. So,
for example,
the internet's around. What are you going to do?
For example, I mean, that's Austin Theory, everybody knowing the night of who the Masked Man was, no matter who they changed it up to be. We're speculating, could they change it to this and that? That like just kind of takes the fun out of it. Not us doing that, but by even them playing this game with everybody, because we know Chris Jericho should be coming back soon. So it almost is like it's just things are so different now. Like everything was so much cooler 20 something years ago. It's just so much better. That's why who cares about this? If it's we all know Austin Theory. It's me, Austin. Get it? Because that's what Vince McMahon said. I was there that night, by the way, Jeff. When McMahon took off the whole, he was the guy
higher
running higher power. That's it. Yeah, running the corporate ministry. Corporate ministry sounds so stupid, but it was great. They were
was my favorite.
Sacrificing people left and right. But this it's like Austin Theory's back. He was the Masked Man. And we're like, yep.
Yeah, but we don't know the motive, right? Like, again, it's the age of the internet. Nothing's ever going to be a real surprise. So it's tough to book around people just constantly talking and theorizing. Like, and then, dirt sheets spewing nonsense all the time.
Podcasts are the problem, right? See, the solution to the problem you're presenting is to stop engaging with things like podcasts. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you this. I don't watch anything that has or listen to anything that really has to do with wrestling. I listen to Cornette every like couple months until like I get sick of the commercials and I'm like, I can't listen to this because there's so many ads. I mean, with the YouTube ads, and then he's got his own ads in there, and his ads are longer and worse than any other ad I've ever heard anywhere. The only one comparable is Eric Bischoff. Tacoma's Blue Chews. I know everything you're hawking over there, buddy. Settle down. We know. We get it. We get it. You got sponsors, but makes the show so it just breaks it up too much. Just like the sponsors in WWE, another problem that I've been having for the past year. It's always been bad, but now it's on another level. Same thing with football and all the rest. Like, come on. No commercials here. Straight through. We're doing this. Fuck the sponsors. I don't need them. Who needs blue? I can buy Blue Chews anytime I want. Yeah, you can't, right, Ian? He doesn't engage with WWE Twitter. He only hears what Jess tells him. And I'm much happier watching WWE because of it. Yeah. Yep. I kind of have to partake in some shape or form. Of course, everybody, they don't even bother with me really anymore because they're just like, well, he's just goofing around and they want fights and they want drama and stuff. And I don't really have a whole lot of that. I just goof on all of it. But I do like watching AEW fans and WWE fans getting it on out there. I love seeing it. And you know what? The people are you one of these people? You're like just like wrestling. Know what? Just
no.
Like mm-hmm.
I mean, like people are allowed to have their opinions, and people are also allowed to be stupid and wrong. But like, I mean, you don't have to like all wrestling, and you know, I'm not about that. Like, there's wrestling that I specifically like, and I don't like the other type of wrestling. Tough shit.
Nope. No Power Ranger wrestling for Jess.
Nope.
You don't like one person from AEW, huh? Not one. Daniel Bryan?
No, I hate him.
Oh, hate. Yeah, I see the type of fan and the type of things that you like with this, because Daniel Bryan, do you like the way he was pushed even in WWE when he was there?
I mean, I didn't care about that. It's just like the yes chant was. I liked when he was with Kane and they had the anger management.
Mm-hmm.
I actually made Ian like watch that the other day, like all the clips, because that one was funny. But I don't know, like I just don't, his like personality, like real personality, vegan, naturalist, not my vibe. So
mm-hmm. Got it. You know who else is pretty tribalistic? And we're going to be jumping back and forth between topics if you get used to it. Kind of a scatterbrain. But this reminds me of Mick Foley in the news with him today. Trending number 2 on my X machine. I was that's always very impressive to me when people can trend. Because to me, this is one big virtue signal. Mm-hmm. I don't believe any of this stuff when people are like, you know, I'm quitting the WWE because of their connection to Trump. It's like, well, it's kind of been like the whole time, bro.
Yeah,
you're going to do it now. And not because of, you know, Island Boys, and not because of, you know, all this other really fishy business. Now you're going to do it because of Rob Reiner and what Trump wrote about that. That was the final straw. That was the literal quote from, and I don't dislike Mick Foley. I just think this is TDS. This is Trump derangement. And it also, a lot of these people that are Trump deranged, they virtue signal a lot that I don't like this guy, as if that makes them good. And I'm telling you, I'm not a fan. But do you see me out here all the time going, I hate Trump, I hate him. You know, it's just, it's not going to do anything. Like that doesn't, you're just bitching, you know? Put up some memes, at least do something, you know, goof on them. But to be like, I'm not going to work with WWE until they stop, or until Trump gets out of office. That was childish.
And like, one, that's like a finite date, so it's not like he's putting any kind of like pressure on WWE. And I'm also pretty sure that he said once his contract is up, he's not going to re-sign, and his contract's up like next year, so he's just not going to do business for a year. Like, I mean, that's fine, you know, if that's what he wants to do, it's what he wants to do. Ian and I were talking about it, and I was wondering if maybe he was like friends with Rob, because I know he's, you know, friends with a lot of different people, and like it just upset him, and that was his only way to like kind of retaliate, I guess. But I'm just like, you know, there's been a lot of stuff going on, and this is what caused you to do it. Just seemed a little strange, because like it's not related to WWE in any way, right? So you're like, you know, okay, their dealings with Saudi, that might upset people. He didn't seem to care about that, right? Like it was a weird tweet, I will give them that he made about Rob Reiner, but like, what does that have to do with your contract?
Exactly. Your Legends contract too, not your wrestling or anything, you know, involved. So got it, Mick Foley. You don't like Trump. Got it. Yep. Just unbelievable stuff from all these people these days. I guess, you know, that's one way to keep yourself relevant. He was trending like number 2 in the world or in the country or something.
It's just funny because he got rid of Twitter.
Yeah.
He's not even there.
What are you supposed to be there, Mick Foley? Goodness. Maybe he's Dude Love today, and that's why he did it. Dude Love. That was my favorite.
That Cactus Jack.
That knee maneuver. I always thought he switched his knees. fooled me. Saudi pisses you off with a Rumble, Sasha Reigns. I know you're a longtime fan of WWE, and you get what the doctor's saying with some of this stuff, right? Cena should have went over. I think it would have shocked people more overall. It would have elated people, even business-wise, to make more money. I think it just would have been something. Now this, like last night, Gunther comes out, and I'm just like, okay, booze. I'm waiting for the show to start. You know how I usually do. I'm just like, we're already at 8:08. People are still booing, and I get it. Maybe for the younger people or people that haven't seen this stuff before, I've seen this over and over and over again. Fuck the tradition. They're doing Unreal shows, okay? And they're telling me about tradition? Got it. You know? Okay, got it. Yep. So they're going to do whatever they want. Triple H had one of the stinkiest years creatively ever as one of the top G's over there. Like the top G creatively. And you mean to tell me I wrote down some names. I brainstormed a little bit last night during Raw. And the New Day. Remember them? Yep, they were pretty good last night when the Usos again. They were just gonna recycle this, try to make something of this. Nobody was really all that impressed. It was okay for a Raw match. I don't mind something like that, of course. But then the New Day, remember how hot they were? Coming off that Big E night, they're disrespecting him. The crowd was so upset. What came of it? Nothing. They got the tag titles. Nobody really knew or cared. They didn't defend them, kind of like Judgment Day around this same period this year. Just non-existent. They did the whole funeral thing. They added Grayson Waller. I'm still surprised seeing him with them because they've never actually given him enough time to let that stew in people's minds to the point where we know that this is happening. So they can. What I've noticed is Triple H can start a story like a motherfucker. This guy, he starts the best stories. None of them get finished. Not a one. That tribal chief thing, that long-term storytelling stuff, great. Do it some more. Oh, no, we can't. Can't do it. Because as Kevin Nash put it in his podcast this week, he said, that I don't listen to, by the way. He said, the WWE wants 300 batters. They don't want a Ty Cobb. Who is highly racist, Kevin Nash? How dare you bring up Ty Cobb? See, I can virtue signal too, bro. We can all do this. But yeah, what do you think about that? Them not creating new stars, them being boring AF, and this whole starting and never finishing creatively that they've been up to.
So I just have to ask, since like 2022, what other really good storylines were there besides the Bloodline?
Punk and McIntyre.
Okay.
That's really all I can give you.
Yeah. And that's what, like, so everyone keeps pointing out, like, oh, like, this is the worst year. We used to be so hot. We were hot because of one single faction, right? And what Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman and the Bloodline did. And I know that they had a lot of creative control over what they were doing. So I don't think that this is like, oh, like something happened and all of a sudden Triple H is bad. This has been ongoing. It's just you had a really exciting story carrying the brands, and, you know, they would be on both Raw and SmackDown for quite some time. And then they were involving other superstars, right? So it felt like more people were involved, but really it was just one storyline. So, like, this has been a problem. It's just it was covered because there was something exciting going on.
Well, I'll give you this, too. This year, the one positive is the vision. And even with Seth Rollins getting hurt, I think it's great. And they got all the young talent in one spot with Paul Heyman. I see what they're trying to do there. And who knows, if Seth Rollins was still around, maybe it would be a little bit of a different story. But that would be a great storyline. But again, they don't seem to want superstars, like megastars and things. They want, like Kevin Nash said, a bunch of good players. And that to me is that hurts interest for the fans, because give us 5, 6. Why not make 10 superstars instead of 10 300 hitters? You got a million wrestlers there to build off of. So I don't really understand that, why they do this. And that's a thing that I think Vince has been doing well before Triple H took over in this spot. So, I can't blame him for that. But overall, 2025, if we're just going to speak about this year, of course, before that, with Vince coming back and forth, you could see when Vince would come back and some of the shows would stink. And you're like, whoa, he just fucked up all the plans. Like, Triple H was starting to get cooking. But this year was all him, leading off with the, talking about that great bloodline story. They may have gone a little too long with it. And then what they did is they just handed it over to not Tama. Solo. And you saw where that went, right?
I think the problem too was like they did drag it out a little too long, and then I think Roman's different schedule, like he was already part-time, but it was like extra part-time, really fucked it over, because you couldn't do anything at that point, because then you really were just dragging it out without Roman being involved. So I think that they should have just cut that way sooner, knowing that Roman wasn't going to be around as much. So yeah, they did kind of fumble that a little bit.
Yep. So New Day sucks. I mean, as far as what they did with them, Solo Sikoa push the shits, right? Come, are you with us today, Bret Hart?
It's the shits.
Yes, he is. The Cena heel turn, that he literally turned face in the middle of it. He's just like, I'm not bad no more, guys.
Change your mind.
Okay. That stunk. How about Brock Lesnar just returning? No reason. No rhyme or reason to it.
He's part-time too.
But like they didn't have anything written for him. It's just, I'm back. That's right. Cody beat me last year or something. When I came back for that, so I could put Cody over. Now I'm back again for what?
War Games.
So I can slip and slide all over the fucking place. Look like a stupid idiot. Yep. That's what you came back for. And then you also came back for people to put signs in the crowd and go, why is he here? Isn't he in the middle of a lawsuit?
I'm the beast.
Yep.
He's not, though.
Right. But then what else? What else did he do? He tore his pants on TV?
Yeah. Which is like the second time that he's done that. That match against Cody, his shorts were just like destroyed.
Wow. He's just too thick. It's a double C. What? No, not me. Yep. So I think the Brock Lesnar stuff is just them just throwing legends at the wall, hoping they stick. And then Bailey, boy, they fucked Bailey over this year pretty good. She was rolling. She was the champ, right? Leading going into 2025, I think.
No, she lost it.
Before that?
In 2024? No, she won it in 2020. She lost it like towards the end of the year.
All right. And then the Royal Rumble's coming up. They give it to Charlotte Flair. Okay. Then Bailey makes it to WrestleMania, supposed to team up with Lyra Valkyrie. And then it goes to the evil big time Bex. Took over, just like the Hulk Hogan. Just like the Hulk Hogan, as Iron Sheik would say. Have any Hulk Hogans around here? Yep, there he is. So she Hulk Hogan'd her way back in there, brother. And she was on WrestleMania, and Bailey had to go create a whole nother character that they barely use right now, because why keep doing something when
They're bringing it back.
Oh, are they?
Yes, they did it last night.
Anybody ever consider maybe it's just menopause, brother?
She's not that old.
Well, I don't know. Look it up,
She's 37.
Close enough.
Or 36, I think.
Mm-hmm. I say it's menopause. So
got a ways to go for that.
Run with that. Facts. Never wrong. I'm a doctor, by the way. That's my title here. So who else they screw up? I mean, can you say they messed up Randy Orton this year?
He's like on a part-time schedule.
Right.
And I don't like, okay, the man almost couldn't wrestle again. I don't think he is wanting to put himself into some of those situations. I do think they, it's a shame because they could have done something with him and Cody, and now it's kind of like the ship has sailed, like how do you bring that back? But again, it's like a lot of these part-time schedules too, I think, are just kind of fucking around.
Yeah. Then we got R-Truth. Remember how hot R-Truth was? Boy, that cooled off real quick. They even gave him a whole new character for what, 2-3 weeks? And that was it. But do you think this is quality? No?
Yeah. But I mean, like, they got rid of him and then everyone cried about it, so they brought him back, but they didn't have a plan for him because they had gotten rid of him. It's everyone else's fault at that point. You got what you wanted, but they didn't say it was going to be good.
I don't know.
Also, like, what are you going to do with R-Truth? First of all, he's better as a comedy act. I'm glad that they kind of scrapped whatever they were doing.
Yeah, they shouldn't have changed it in the first place.
Yeah, I don't know. Apparently that was his decision, so I don't know.
Yep. And then they scrapped it a few weeks later and said, whatever. You're just R-Truth anyway. We'll probably have Gunther beat you up on a Sunday Night Heat or something, send your ass out. So, Karrion Kross. We already know.
He fucked himself up. I'm sorry. He had multiple chances. Like, yeah, they did kind of fuck around with the Authors of Pain, and that was all kind of strange, but he was given a contract. He said no. It's his own fucking fault. I'm sorry. They were going to continue to use him. He said no. I'm not blaming WWE.
Creatively, what would you say as far as the way he was used on television, the time he was given?
I mean, I'm sorry. He's really boring in ring. So it's like putting him in some of those segments was great, but then once it got to the ring, he doesn't know how to translate whatever he's doing, right? Like, I don't know how to describe it, because his wrestling is like, he's a mean, vicious person, right? Like manipulative, but then when he wrestles, it's like just a regular wrestler just going through the motions, So
right, yeah, very Gunther like, very LA Knight like
matches. Yeah, like they gave him opportunities in matches, he just couldn't capitalize on the match part. So, and they still were going to give him a contract.
Well, he was selling a lot of T-shirts.
Yeah, well, that's because look at all the people right now. Those hashtags were going for a while. Do you see anyone other than like Chelsea, my friend, and maybe one other person who still like follows what he's doing? No, it was just performative because they saw what happened with R-Truth. They thought they were going to do it again.
And they thought they were going to do it again with LA Knight, who was the next up on my list. LA Knight, total shits year. I mean, he was in and around the title and stuff, but we're doing like a worst list of 2025. What's going on, Dave? Sarah? His number one wrestler is Goldust. Did you know that, folks?
Really?
True story, right, Dave? Or most hated. I think he gave up wrestling when Goldust came around. It's homophobic or something. I don't know. How dare you, Dave Sarah? Yep. Great award. He had an award show this week for the Dabbleverse. I wasn't nominated for shit.
Wow.
How dare these people? They don't recognize the skills over here yet. They will. You're going to be forced to next year. It was already foretold. It was written. Yep. 2026, the year of the Huge. Well, I'll have Triple H on next year, and we're going to tell him straight to his face what we think. And then he'll be like, "That's what we do. That's what we do." Yep. So, do I have any others? How about the women's division? Totally decimated this year. Rhea Ripley not giving. Well, for the exception, I'll give Io Sky had a great year. Tiffany's run stunk. Jade's run stinks right now. Stephanie Vacker.
Naomi was having a good year, and then she got pregnant.
And then she got pregnant. That stank. Like, you got the belt and then you get pregnant?
It's not always planned.
Well, I mean, if you ever get the belt, no shooting up the club, all right? That's what the kids call it.
Well, as far as I know, I think she only has like one ovary. They didn't even think she was like gonna get pregnant. So
right.
It's kind of like a surprise. I don't like it. Bianca, got injured. It sucks that she still can't come back because that's such like a freak accident. Fucked up her finger so bad. But yeah, I'm trying to think.
This is basically the biggest thing with the females of 2025. This is the most over duo wrestlers. Io had a great year, great matches. Earlier this year, she had a 5-star Meltzer, in my opinion, with Bianca Belair. And then they gave her to Rhea. Then they had a banger. Not as good as Io Bianca, but close. But everybody puts those two as like the two top ones. They had the whole feud during the summer and things. And then they started dating at the end of the year. Mm-hmm. So that's, instead of having Rhea in the title scene, I get what they were doing. They're giving other ladies a chance to make a name for themselves. She doesn't really need the belt. Io Sky, I think, kind of did, but then she did have it for a while. They move those belts around a lot more quickly with the ladies than they do the men. So, but at the end of the year this year, and it's not necessarily a bad thing, the women's divisions turned into the tag division.
Yeah, and they need to do some call-ups. I don't know why they're like taking so long. Because they need some more women. I would like the women's tag division to be like kind of revived, but they don't really have any true tag teams anymore. They've released them all. So it's kind of a shame. But we have mid-card belts that are barely getting used and defended. Tiffany Stratton for a bit, she had the belt for quite some time and it was like she never had matches. And I get they were trying to like save her for Mania and Charlotte, but like, I don't know. I think their problem is that they don't have enough women. So like when women take losses consistently, it's like harder to kind of get around. So like bring some women up and start,
No, they don't like making stars. Let's not put anybody over. We only got to put a handful of people over, and that's it. I think that's the terrible way to do things creatively. Is go, oh no, and literally Karrion Kross said this. Remember in his scathing promo from I forget if it was this year or last year or whatever, but he was like, they just want viral moments. They don't care about like really anything else, and yeah. It's what it is to me, and I'm sick of it. Jump out of another trash can, Io Sky. That's all they got for you, I guess. You can do that once a year. Yep. So, anyway, the women's division I don't think was all that great overall. One of the highlights was Tiffy and Charlotte. Them getting personal with each other. That was wonderful. We need more of that. Not necessarily so. Vindictive in a way, but like I think they're trying to do it right now with Braun Breaker and CM Punk, bringing each other's families up, which is, I mean, come on, hypocrisy police, right? Braun Breaker, that's what Stuttering John does, no matter if he's wearing the shirt or not. If my shirt can say Hot Rod, I'm going to pull it up like it says hypocrisy police. And yeah, he's like, how dare you talk about my family and you're going to pay and this. It's like, you're talking about his wife like a week ago.
Yeah, like you're going to take her.
Yeah, do things with her.
I don't know if he was calling back to was it Scott Steiner that had the promo where he said, like you're gonna be screaming in pain in the hospital while your wife's screaming in my bed or something like that. Wow.
Yeah, Scott Steiner would go there. He'd grab ladies' asses and things. He did that to the other guy that wore the jorts back in the day. Oh, what's his name? I can picture him and everything. He was like the trailer park guy.
Raven?
One of the little guys. He was in J&J Security with Seth Rollins. Oh my goodness. Why? Somebody must know this in the chat. You know what I'm talking about. And he had the, for lack of a better term, like the white trash gimmick and girlfriend and
Jamie Noble.
That
He's
is
backstage now.
Exactly. Yeah, he's been working backstage with them for some time. Yep. Also, again, part of J&J Security for Seth Rollins. A great gimmick. Helped me get back into wrestling because it was so just goofy. And Seth Rollins, the greatest weasel wrestler I think I've ever seen. I mean, he was winning every pay-per-view and just rolling out of the ring. The lights would go out. He would win so many different ways, but never with him like pinning somebody. They bring up Kiana James, or they bring Kiana James up, and they hardly use her. Hey, that's what I'm saying. How about who she's managing?
Yeah, I think they tried to do that to help Kiana get over and Julia get over, but then they weren't using Julia, so then it didn't make any sense, which is a shame because I like Kiana can go. I saw her at Stand and Deliver in 2024, so I got to actually like see her up close and personal wrestle. But I always liked her as a wrestler. So, and I know she was working through an injury, and sometimes that can shake confidence, but get her in the ring.
Yep. No, she can definitely go. She's like an actual wrestler, and she's stupid hot. So that's always a plus, I would think, with the WWE. Remember that story years ago where they're like, it was like some leak thing from backstage, supposedly, that the top brass was like, yeah, some of these NXT chicks are just not hot enough, though. We need hotter chicks.
They're all hot.
This is several years ago. They were talking about specifically. I'm not going to say who specifically, but they're not there anymore. We'll put it that way. A lot of them. And hello to William Robinson. Merry Christmas and happy holidays to you as well. Yep. P.O. Box coming soon to you. Mm-hmm. I like gold and silver, just like Scrooge McDuck. So hopefully that, maybe some graded comics, 9.8, nothing less. Maybe some 10s. Thank you. Maybe a signed blues guitar by like BB King. I'll take it. Thank you. So what else do I have here? Do you think Triple H is doing, a lot of people are saying out here, he's doing what he wants to do overall. So he's pushing the guys he wants to push. That's why things are the way they are.
I don't think so. I just think he's trying to appease a corporation, right, of TKO and what they want. And then also like trying to do what's best for business, but sometimes that doesn't always agree with what the crowd is wanting, which kind of sounds like hypocritical or like a contradiction, right? Because it's like, well, shouldn't you appease the crowd? But I think he's trying to toe the line too much instead of just like, I don't know. I get it. There's a lot of pressure probably from TKO.
Right. So I know
but
you don't think there's any similarities to Tony Khan, because I know Tony Khan gets a lot of flack for using the people or the wrestlers he has as like toys and like, this is the way I want to do it, and we're going to do it like this.
Because I would say that Tony has way more people under contract that you never see on TV than Triple H.
I would love to see a list one day of like just everybody who's with each company. That would be very interesting. I'll have to ask Grok, but I can't. Right, I'm past my limit. Like I didn't even know there was a limit.
Yeah, when you wrote that, I was like, "There's a limit." I don't use it.
I barely use it. Like very big. I don't even think to use it most of the time. I do the search engine stuff like a boomer. So, I mean, would I want a Blues Doctor stuff? If it's made out of gold, William Robinson, is the guitar made out of silver? The shirts, the underwears. He's going to send me a Blues Doctor thong. Watch.
Can wear it to the show.
Rikishi. And then I'll give him a Rikishi stink face. Yep. So. Yep. We talked about that. We talked about this. There's a video out there. I watched it the other night. It's called The Cena Problem. It's from a few years back. Just to reaffirm everything I knew. Be like, was I crazy or was I actually hearing these stories? No, I heard most of these stories. And I mean, some of the ones that are hard to swallow is like that Ryback one, because he was on this video a few times. And I'm like, all right, well, if you need Ryback's story, maybe John Cena wasn't that bad. If you have to keep relying on more and more Ryback stories. Do you remember hearing the one where he was like, I was backstage, everybody's loosely backstage, and then this guy like came up to me somewhere and was like, hey, John Cena helped my son stop bullying. He was like such a inspiration. I just want to tell him how grateful I am and thank him and blah blah blah. And Ryback's like, oh, okay, I'll go talk to John Cena. So he goes and finds John Cena like in and around that area. And he says that John Cena was just close enough and knew he was close enough so that a guy could hear it. So he tells him the whole deal. Yeah, bullying and blah, 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 And John Cena goes, fuck him, and walked off. And even Ryback at the end of the story was like, he goes, I think he was doing it because like he thought it was like me getting over or something. He wanted no parts of that. And it seemed like John Cena didn't like you, Ryback. How about that?
Yeah,
that's just several of these stories. He was just miffed that you're like gonna, this random guy comes up to you like, go get John Cena, and I want to tell him about this and that, and so that was one of this. That's the main story because I know I've heard that a few times, and I don't. That's one where I'm like, yeah, maybe John Cena just doesn't like you. So, but yeah,
I don't know. I've heard a lot of like negative Ryback stories. So it's
he could be a fine guy, a fine human being, whatever. Maybe he's just like a little dopey. Do you know what I mean? Like he rubs people the wrong way, and he's just kind of like silly. And we did talk about Foley, rib shot, and look, you're gonna get stuff too, Jess.
Oh,
he wants to get all our addresses and dox us.
He's 182. I don't know if he knows how to do that.
Yep, but we did talk about Foley earlier. You should clip it, maybe make a cartoon out of it or something. Be hilarious. But to wrap it up real quickly again, because that's what radio shows do. We like to repeat ourselves. Don't forget. It's almost the top of the hour again, so I think it's time. But Mick Foley, hold on, I got a cramp. Hold on, I gotta switch like this. Getting a cramp over there now. I'm almost 50 here, I think. Holy crap. But Mick Foley, he's got TDS. That's what I think. And you know me, I'm no big MAGA guy or anything, but I calls him how I sees him. And I think he virtue signaled, and he's looking for attention, and he got it. Rob Reiner was the last straw. Not nothing else. Not any of the other crazy, historical things that should be going down with this administration and this person. We're gonna focus on what he said about a guy that got killed by his own son and things over there. That's a crazy story too. We didn't even mention that. I mean, and the thing is, I know I've heard that name my whole life, but that was way before my time. All in the Family and list. I remember seeing like reruns here and there, but there was another old. When we were younger and we would see some of these sitcoms from the 80s and 70s, we're like, yeah, you click right by it because like this is like old people stuff, and it was. And, so he did that. He had that Seinfeld money, bro. So I learned that today. Yeah, very sad. Nobody needs to be getting offed allegedly by their own kids or anybody really, but yeah, it's hard for me to believe anything, and I also find it a little weird that a lot of whenever somebody with that much money passes away in that manner, more questions need to be asked. There's a lot of money that goes to these people, and now where is it going? Of course, you would say that the rest of the children or whatever. I don't know, and I don't really want to get that involved with it, but I'm just saying other people that do this for a living should probably get involved with that stuff. It's like all the billionaires, the pharmaceutical billionaires that like die all over the place and randomly get murdered in their own house. And it's like they just like sweep it under the rug. No, we should know something, but of course we never get to find out anything. Jess, I don't know. not for certain. We have to be left with our own theories and things.
Well, listen, I don't know if you have looked at what Nick Reiner looks like, but one look at him will tell you that yes, he allegedly definitely did it. I'm sorry. There's no light in those eyes.
It's a good point.
I looked him up because I was like, I know Rob Reiner, and I was like, oh, like who's his son? Because I saw like the rumor before it was like confirmed and he was in custody, and I just Googled it real quick, and I was like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, he definitely. That was no doubt in my mind. I'm sorry.
Yep. I'm telling you, years ago, I worked with many the crazy teens, and you'd be very shocked to learn that some of the best kids come from the worst areas. Some of the worst kids come from the most affluent areas. And because I don't know what, I think it's because their parents are literally just not around. They're around, but they're not around. Like that type of thing. Yeah. And that like makes them fucking entitled and nuts. So maybe that's what happened with this kid, because and then they're so mad, and it's like, how can you be so mad with all this stuff? You got all the stuff you want or whatever, but psychology wise and things, there are needs that weren't met apparently. So very sad. And face blue smiling. Shout out to HVAC.
Talking about murder.
Yep. You never know what we'll be talking about when you show up to this place. I was talking about Blue Chew when Paladin showed up during his break.
That's normal.
Yeah. I'm like, yep, Eric Bischoff, all I do, bro, is I try to help your show. I chew Blue Chew every night for dinner while wearing Tacoma boots. And that's it. That's all I wear is Tacoma boots and eat Blue Chew for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So have me on your show sometime. Stop doing premieres. Nobody wants premieres. You go live. Okay. So when you have time to go live, you hit the live button like all the dabblers and the experts do, like Dr. Huge. Thank you. Premieres. And then people are all in the chat talking to him like he's live. He ain't there, folks. I'm here. Jess is here right now. See, Tuesday night, 7 p.m. We're actually here. 3 p.m. on Saturdays, and more to come and all that. Yep. Getting monetized soon. We're starting to move up the ranks, everybody. Shout out to all the new subscribers, all the people watching the silly shorts. Keep it up. Watch the shorts. Hit the buttons. Hit that like right now, or don't, right? Don't do it. Reverse psychology. Yep. We don't want subscribers.
Yeah.
Forget everything I just said. So, I think we went over this a little bit. People don't understand wrestling. They just don't get it. John Cena was supposed to lose. Gunther was supposed to win the tournament and then end up choking him out like he said he was. And then everybody would hate him. You're all playing along, even though there's Unreal and there's all this other stuff that's telling you it's fake all the time. This ain't for me. You know what I mean? The way that this is set up these days, where kayfabe is dead, and yet they're sticking to tradition, and we all know what's happening, and then that happens. I don't like that. I don't like it. I don't know what else to say about it, but cut it out, guys. So, and the people that tell everybody online that they don't understand what's going on, and they don't understand. I think they think a lot of people do know what's going on. They just really wanted John Cena to win because it's been he's been around for like 25 years. So imagine watching John Cena your entire life, and he puts that little stupid smile on his face and taps out like this. That would be, that would disgust me so much. And I don't know. Even with you, John, I'm disgusted with your actions and how everybody is booing and you're just sitting there with that face. Even after the match, Cody Rhodes comes out and he starts crying like a bitch. Oh my God. I'm asking anybody, please just film yourself crying if you're going to cry. And the only one that does it is Cody Rhodes.
He heard you.
Go fuck yourself.
Unbelievable, Cody. Where are you? Get on my screen. I must have a Cody Rhodes around here somewhere. Oh, we got the cartoon version.
Oh my God.
So, yep, Cody Rhodes cutting very emotional promos. during the show. Drew McIntyre goofing on him. I do like that. He's like, "Oh, am I in frame? Keep me in frame." Yep. That's how I see everything too. I don't think any of this is natural. It's all orchestrated. CM Punk and Cody Rhodes are John Cena's best friend now, and the shovel never existed, right? It was a hoax, Trump, right? And all this stuff. Oh, and did you hear Trump also? They moved the show to DC from Boston, where I probably would have went to it at that point. And big part of the reason was to have Trump there. And then Trump was like, "Nah, I got something else going on."
That was all Meltzer. No, because Meltzer made that up. Yes.
Is Meltzer anti-Trump?
I don't know what he is. I don't pay that much attention to him, so I have no idea. But like, he, again, right? We talked about this Saturday or maybe even last Tuesday, but like, he said the thing that would make people say Fed bad, and then had to like, "Oh, he was totally gonna go," and then he didn't. First of all, he's the fucking president. He can fly anywhere. They don't need to have it in DC just for Trump to be there. Doesn't fucking make sense. Okay? He can show up anywhere at any time. But yeah, like I think the original plan, right, to have it in Boston, I think they decided to change that so that he would win the belt in Boston instead. And I don't know if there was like capacity differences between the two arenas, but I definitely don't think it was so that Donald Trump would show up.
It is kind of funny when you think about it. But to have they should have had it in Boston last. That's just my professional opinion again.
Well, maybe they were afraid the more adverse reactions to Cena losing in Boston.
What? Yeah, that's true. I mean, they came close to a riot. That was all the news. I don't think so. But isn't it funny? At the end of the day, everybody's like, if Cena wins, we riot. No, the opposite the other night. Crazy stuff. Everything's been flipped on its head these days. RFK was there, though. Yep.
Was he?
Yep. And what else do I have? Oh, how about these nicknames? Because everybody hates Triple H this week. The kids are calling him Triple K.
Oh my! They've been calling him that.
Yeah. What? Hunter Hearst Hitler.
What?
That's my favorite, though. When I seen Hunter Hearst Hitler, I'm like, wow. At least you're trying, like just calling people Hitler is like one thing, or calling them all these names, but it fits and it works. So good job. I wish I came up with it first. And apparently the news is he could have done more dates. We talked about that before, 200 and something. I don't think he would have done all those.
Nobody does that anymore.
I think he should have had more speaking engagements.
Yeah, it would have helped because like even if they still pivoted and made him like a face, they could have at least like dug a little deeper into that and made it more of a storyline, like and like provided some sort of like I was desperate and I whatever and lost my way. I don't know, some nonsense. But yeah, I don't think they gave him enough time to build with people.
Yeah. Then we got Gunther, of course, again the other night, getting all that heat from the crowd as he's leaving the place. He's met up with Ron Cena and then AJ Styles. So now we already know Triple H, he's going to finish AJ Styles next year. Is that what's happening? Because I don't think everybody's going to be doing a whole year-long retirement deal like John Cena did. So I think since AJ Styles has been talking about it, I would think that this is pretty much his last like Mania run. And then why stay after that? You got the summertime, you can go back and all that.
Yeah.
So Gunther's getting that shovel out, he stole it from Cena. That must have been what it was. And then we got, Cody. I missed this the other day. Cody showed up at Drew McIntyre's house.
That was actually, I love that. That was really good.
I like this as well. This is the stuff I'm asking for, more outside the arena, more backstage, more anything to make this feel that they're in our world instead of just in an arena every week. So for that reason, I like it. But for another reason, like I didn't even really know about this, which tells me that nobody really cares. And we talked about it Saturday. Cody is, who cares about anything he does?
I think they are going to show it for SmackDown because it's technically SmackDown related.
Okay.
But like, because there's the tapings going on this week,
Mhm.
I think they kind of like put it online first, but then they'll probably have it also be part of the SmackDown.
Yeah, double tapings and stuff for
Yeah.
holidays.
Yep.
Now that's why it's all funky like that. Yep. But so he'll be there. Watch this Friday. We'll get to see Cody Rhodes, break the law.
Go fuck yourself.
Such a good baby face.
I'm gonna call the cops Friday when it happens. They're gonna be like, "Sir, first of all, this is not real, and second of all, this was like a week ago." So but I'm still gonna call 911. I know the number.
Smart.
We got you, Cody. Been trying to take him down for years, and he finally slipped up. Everybody's waiting for Braun and Punk now. That's the big hyped up match. You get the 1 year anniversary of Netflix coming up. They're going for the title. There's no way Braun Breaker wins the title, right?
CM Punk hasn't really done anything with it, so it would be
Right.
kind of a waste to give him the belt. But I mean, unfortunately, like, it's kind of like what's been happening with a lot of the titles. So I wouldn't be surprised if it happened, but I would be disappointed because I'd like to see something go on. That's not
Yeah.
just, I want it. Did he defend it?
I don't think
he
he's defended
defended
it yet. It has
Yeah.
he?
No.
War Games. Yeah, War Games was him after he won it, I think. I don't even know. There's
Yeah,
too many titles.
Yeah, I can't remember what's going on. But yeah, I don't think he's done anything with it. So this would be his first real like big defense, and then he loses.
But I heard him recently say he's going to stick around for like much longer than Cena. Everybody's asking him because of Cena and everything else, and he's like, no, I'm sticking around well past I'm 80. So
he's trying to Rey Mysterio it.
Yeah, they're taking care of him. He's made of glass. This guy, Glass Punk is what I call him. He's just like in that movie with Samuel L. Jackson, Glass. That's CM Punk. No, don't touch him. Don't hurt him a little too much. Remember when he first showed up to WWE and he instantly like broke his arm in the Rumble, like 2 minutes in, and then bumps and bruises. Listen, I get it. He gets banged up pretty easily. It seems like. I know it's a rough business, but geez, man, maybe do some more roids or something. I don't know. So get well, CM Punk. I know War Games was tough on the old body and things. He even was complaining about it the other night. They said, don't get on a plane. And then some Priest news. So he's been banged up pretty good, I guess. The shoulders, the knees. And that's why he's kind of been written off TV. And you see him every once in a while in a main event just to, I guess, keep things moving. But overall,
yeah, he also didn't take any time off like over the last year or so. So I think he also kind of got in trouble for that because, gee, I wonder why you're banged up, right? You didn't give yourself any rest. So they basically like forced him into a reduced schedule this year.
Yep. But you know what? If you don't force yourself out there, then you lose your spot, and then they'll be saying the complete opposite. Like, oh, this guy can't work hurt, and he won't.
I don't think
do this.
that's as much anymore, right? Especially because there's no big main stars, right? Like everyone's kind of, if you're at the top, you're kind of like just in a gaggle of people. But I don't know, like you can still take dates off and doesn't hurt other people.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a much lighter now, but still, these guys have been in that mindset. Especially Priest's been around for a while.
Yeah.
So you're always scared. It's like the quarterback thing in the NFL. Like you'll go in there at like 20% because if this guy does well, you might not come back.
Yeah.
So, yep. How about a little bit of dabbler news? Switch things up a little bit. So the regular dabblers, I haven't seen anybody talk about this that much at the moment. But Ashley Cummings, who's that, you ask? It's Ashley Cummings Yoga, by the way. But her sister is Whitney Cummings, the famous comedian and
Okay. I was
writer.
like, I know this name, but
And writer of shows, and she's been beefing with her. And I noticed today, we'll skip the pin tweet for right now. So she's just been trashing her sister, it seems like lately. 2 hours ago. You mean Barron Trump School? Oh, yes, right? And this is I like how Whitney went to probably the most expensive schools in all of Maryland, but pretends to be from humble upbringing. And she tells her what school and everything. And, these ladies, Jess, they get real catty out here, even with their own siblings. Look, here's Whitney on Stern many years ago. Yep. Being young and sassy and showing leg and things or whatever. And they're like, how dare she? Also, my sister is dead serious. It's obvious, in quotes, it's obvious you want to be famous. What the fuck, Whitney Cummings? I moved here because you demanded. I only ever did what you told me to do. This is all shocking news to you, I'm sure, Jess.
Mm-hmm.
Look, now she's posting the old this is us posting the old look at this, her with Richard Branson. Were you here? Did I tell you the story that she told about or I heard her on a podcast, and she said she was on a boat with Richard Branson.
Oh, yeah.
And he kicked her off the boat, like 300 style, into shark-infested waters off a yacht and had her swing back to shore. But the way she told it, like, in reality, it's probably like this big party thing. They're all partying and things, and she probably got thrown off the boat somehow or pushed off the boat or whatever the case is. And she's saying it was like miles offshore in shark-infested waters.
Sure.
The way she told the story was so hilarious. Like, yeah, okay. So, yep, that actually happened. I mean, I wasn't sure if she was even on a billionaire's boat like that. Ladies love boats. Do you love boats, Jess?
No.
Good. Yep. Anything else? I'm not seeing much else here. Yeah, this was mostly today. You guys were great in Star Trek. I agreed. Okay. So she's quite the dabbler. Mm-hmm. She's been getting in there. Oh my God, no way. So there's a picture of them with a horse right now. And all I know, have you ever seen Red Bar? Shout out to Red Bar, by the way. He it's funny because he's big, but he's not. So he's big, so he's got like his own servers and things. So he doesn't even have to rely on YouTube or anything. And he basically dabbles with Logan Paul shows and like, more of the stuff that's like way out there. And everybody kind of knows of a lot of these people. He shits on comedians and things. And he showed a segment one time of Whitney Cummings breaking into like a barnyard stall. And the first thing she went to do was to clean the horse cocks. So it was a whole video of her like basically, playing with horse penis. And it's a good little segment. Check it out sometime.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
So I don't know. There's a lot of weird stuff going on with the Cummings girls. Sounds so dirty when I say it.
Yeah.
I don't know anymore. But yeah. Shout out to you, Ashley. Would love to have you on sometime too. Let me know all about it. Let the whole HUGE-inverse know, not just the Dabbleverse. I can pay you nothing too. I can also pay you nothing. So let's go. Yep. Foley TDS. We went over that. What else do I have? I already talked about that. Being done with pro sports. I mean, that game was so bad this week. I see what's going on. I can't unsee it anymore. It's sunk in. Pro sports is fake. And they're really killing people. Ever since the gambling started too, it's it's out of hand. So as much as I like to get invested and be like, oh, I hope the Patriots win, and it doesn't even matter. Doesn't matter because it's entertainment. I'm supposed to be entertained, watching my team destroy somebody and then have the league go, nope, we're just going to help the other team catch up to you so it's close enough for the lines. I'm not even saying they're cheating for the Bills to win or they're cheating for any team in particular to win, maybe the Chiefs. But look at how he couldn't even help them cheating this year. It's so in your face, Anyway, anything stick out to you other than, the Triple H stuff and him getting booed? That was the talk of the town the past couple of days. People will forget, by the end of the week, it will be over with.
Yeah. No, just I got a lot of stuff spoiled for Friday, but that's okay.
I was going to look into it, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not even going to do that.
My friend was there, so she was posting in the group chat. So
how about Sasha Banks claiming that she's the greatest wrestler from Massachusetts? Did you hear that one?
Yeah.
It's just cheap heat. There's a lot of this stuff is very, very cheap heat. And Io sacrificed herself for her boyfriend the other night.
She took a back shot.
I do like that whole angle. Not necessarily with them, but the Kabuki Warriors involved and the other tag teams and stuff. I like what they're doing. It's just, who knows? Maybe they'll get even more time when SmackDown goes back to 3 hours. But then again, I think those titles are on Raw. So
they're all over. So,
oh, are they? Good.
Yeah. Technically, they could be on NXT too, but they never go down there. So.
Yep. Then Vacker is now involved with Rodriguez. Had the title match with her last night, and then Nikki Bella came out, ruined that. So they got a thing going. It's just that's blah to me. I think Vacker's good. They put the title on her. They're trying to let everybody know who she is. But so far that title reign is also very blah. Yeah,
she had, once they put it on her, then they had the issues with she was like sick and a couple other things were going on, and so the start kind of like fizzled out. But I am happy that they're getting some other women in the title picture. Plus, like now you've got some tension between Liv and Raquel, so that'll be interesting. So at least that part of the story is good, and I just hope they can help Stephanie kind of get back to where she was.
Yep. And then we got the last thing, I guess, that's remotely interesting about pro wrestling is the fall of Jey Uso. He does not look happy in a tag team, and maybe that's just the gimmick, like I
think that's thing. By design.
but it just, even at the end of the match, they win the match, and they're still like seeming like they're not happy. It's just very odd. It's just because he can't be happy. That's what I'm thinking, right? He was just like main event Jey Uso, and now he's mid card Jey Uso, legitimately out there. And it's cool to see him out there with the kids and doing the whole yeet thing and having it still be a thing. I'm not saying that should go away or anything, but I think he may, just a guess, he may feel a little bit of like a downer from coming from that realm back to the tag teams with Jimmy. So I hope maybe sooner or later that they will do that thing we were talking about where him and his brother get into it again, and hopefully that will be the best way to turn him heel. And then I would just give the yeet stuff to Jimmy, and now Jimmy's the yeet guy. How crazy would that be? And then Jay would become the no yeet guy. Just a thought. Yeet. Come on, Jess. We haven't done it in a while. Yeet. 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 Yes. All right. Well, that does it. I just closed the notebook. You know what that means? That means I'm going to make a sandwich. We did it again. We killed it, Jess. We told everybody about what's going on. We talked smack on everybody that needed smack talked about them. We gave the flowers to everybody that was flowerless out here. We're going to get presents in the mail now. We're going to get all kinds of stuff, all kinds of likes and subscribes now. And everybody's going to get prepared for the monster show coming this Saturday. I have an award show myself. I'm preparing for the end of the year. So the last Saturday of the year, I don't think it's not this Saturday. It'll be the one after this, I guess. And then get ready for that. I'll have envelopes and everything, right? So just tell them where you're at.
I am on Twitter /X at I'm Jess_saying. Follow me. I follow back. Unless you're weird, then I won't.
Yeah, no weirdos over here either. But hit the link tree. Got the QR code and everything. We're all over the place. Put up a new short today. We got the audio podcast playlist on YouTube. We're live on Kick right now and X and YouTube. And we also have accounts on TikTok and Instagram. And it goes on and on and
everywhere.
On. Yep, all over the world. Dr. Huge Show. Don't you forget and tell everybody, because that's the only way we can get ahead is word of mouth. Trying to share links with people. These people they're so fickle and they're just like, I've never heard of it, so I'm not going to touch it. Well, you got to tell them, say, you fucking click this or else. Send threats. It helps.
Yeah.
Yep. Good job. Everybody clap it up at home right now. Thank you. We're the best. I don't know what else to say. All right. We'll see you Saturday at 3. And who knows, maybe before that, hit that notification. Have a good night. Bye. See ya.
Bye.